Hey, what is going on, Lions fans and One Pride Nation? Well, one of the questions we had going into this off season has already been answered. Is what's going to happen at left tackle for the Lions? Taylor Decker, towards the end of the season, we talked about before, had mentioned retirement. He actually mentioned it twice that he was considering retirement. And some of you may know that, I believe in, the old boxing adage of if you're already talking about retirement or thinking about retirement, then you're technically retired. That you might as well go ahead and do it. But this afternoon, I see an article and it talks about Taylor Decker saying that Taylor Decker has announced that he is returning for the 2026 season. Let's look at some of this article, just a little bit of it from the Athletic, and see what it says. It says Decker posted, "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" Decker posted, "Here I am, send me, year 11." He didn't make them wait much longer. Decker announced his return for the 2026 season on Instagram. So that was his post on Instagram. It says this is huge news for the Lions as they work to reconfigure their offensive line. Losing Decker would have been a blow to those efforts. Now, I am also in agreement with that, even though I have been on record saying that Taylor Decker has slipped, and he's had some nagging injuries the last 3 seasons, which he has, and he's missed time, that he still is a serviceable tackle. Now, I am curious about something, Lions fans. Is it time to move Penei Sewell to left tackle? Now, Penei Sewell was the left tackle when he was in college at Oregon. But when he came in a couple years ago, you got to remember, Decker was still in his prime years when Sewell came in, and Decker had that left tackle spot locked down. So it was natural that Penei Sewell was going to play the right tackle spot. But is it time to move Penei Sewell to left tackle? Let him take over that and guard Jared Goff's back, and possibly for his last season move Taylor Decker to right tackle. Would he be more serviceable, there? The truth is that if Taylor Decker would have retired, yes, it would have saved the Lions a whole lot of money on the cap. It would have saved them a lot of money to go into free agency and do some things. But having him back at least gives the Lions some type of security. You know what you're getting with Taylor Decker. You're not bringing in an unknown. So with him, so now I don't know if he's willing to maybe restructure this last year so the team can get some more help, or is he going to be the player that says, no, I earned my money, go ahead and just give me my money and let's ride it on out. I'm going to guess that due to the fact that he's already mentioned retirement a couple of times, that this is going to be his last year. I think that he's going to take this all season to rest, relax, and get his body back in health. And honestly, I'm expecting Taylor Decker to come back probably for his last season, stronger and as good as he has been to get this team to where they need to go. Now, what we need to talk about is that we have, all talked about that if Taylor Decker did retire, the Lions would absolutely have to get a left tackle in the draft, because there's not going to be anybody that they can trade for. And there's not going to be anybody that's a free agent who can come in and replace Taylor Decker. So the only way that you can make up for that is by drafting a left tackle, probably in the first round. Now that Taylor Decker is coming back, you may not need to use that first round pick on a left tackle, unless when they get to the Lions pick that there's a guy there that's so good, Penei Sewell, like that you just cannot pass up. But I do believe that the Lions have to absolutely, not sort of, they have to absolutely address the left tackle spot in this draft. They have to get a left tackle. As I mentioned before, Manu Ginobili, I'm sorry, I know it was only one game, but the one game I saw him in this year tells me that he is nowhere near ready to step into any type of starting lineup. He didn't even look ready to be a backup to me. So you have to get a young guy. If you don't take him in the first round, second or third round, they're saying that this draft is going to be pretty heavy on offensive linemen, particularly at the tackle spot. So Brad Holmes has to get in his bag, has to do his research. They have to get a guy that's plug and play. And what that means is that if Taylor Decker does leave after the end of the 2026 season, no matter how the season goes, and the Lions are already determined that in 2027, if he either retires or we cut him, you have to have a guy that's ready to come in and play right then. Not in another year, not in half a season, but he has to be ready in 2027 to play. That's what I would like to see the Lions do. Do your research and get a good left tackle, or maybe even a right tackle if you want to move Sewell to left tackle to replace Decker in 2027. All right, Lions fans, what is your thoughts on left tackle Taylor Decker coming back for year number 11. Are you happy about that because he's been here for a while and you know we're getting? Are you maybe a little sad about that because Taylor Decker is counting against the salary cap and it might hinder the Lions from being able to make a move? And what do you think about what I said about the Lions possibly getting a left tackle in the draft to replace Taylor Decker? All right, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can keep talking Lions football. That's all for this one. Until next time, peace.